This screencast is a recording of the course syllabus for 7th grade social studies. This is step 1 in your course orientation lesson. The first thing I want us to do is really understand what is expected of us this year. So that's why I've created this little infographic that tells us a little bit more about what it means to be a 7th grader in my social studies class. Let's explore it together. First off, a little bit about me. Of course, my name is Mrs. Devlin. You can email me anytime at katie.devlin@padistance.org. I can't guarantee I'll respond after school hours. I normally try to limit my email usage then because I have a lot to do to get ready for the next day, but I promise I will respond within a 24-hour window unless it's the weekend. I have my phone number there at school. You can dial it. It's 888-997-3352, and my extension is 146. You can call me anytime, Monday through Friday, between the hours of 7:30 and 3:30, and we can talk and answer any questions you have. And I also have included a Google Voice text number. What that means is if you are a texter, which I know lots of middle school kiddos are, you can text me on that number and it will go right to my email and I can answer your questions. I'm also including a couple of my social media handles. I already have a Twitter, and that's at Mrs. Devlin SS. You can follow me for updates on what we're up to in our classes and cool things in history. I don't follow back, but it's also a great way to make sure you're on task with getting your homeworks done. And I've also included an Instagram handle because I'm thinking of starting a class Instagram this year. Moving forward, course description. 7th grade social studies focuses on civics and government in semester 1. So until like January, we're going to be studying government. So that means the presidency, the judicial branch, the executive branch, all of that federal government stuff that you're probably hearing about because it's an election year. But we're also going to look at government at the state and local level. We have the state of Pennsylvania that governs all of us, and then you guys have your cities and towns, which also have government. And in semester 2, we take a look at economics, banking, geography, advertising, and even careers. So semester 1, civics and government. Semester 2, we look at a lot more. It's a lot of fun. My objectives for us this year. Basically, these are what I want you to grow in. I want you to develop reading skills. I know reading can be tough sometimes, guys, but we're really going to work together this year to make sure we learn how to read like a historian. Writing skills. Because we can read and learn these things, but they don't really take hold in our brains until we get it out on paper. Civic awareness. What this means is I want you guys to be aware of what the government does for you. I'm sure this year we've heard a lot about it. Maybe from our parents talking about the elections or seeing a poster around town, but I want you guys to receive a little more information on that. Also, critical thinking. This means asking why. Thinking about why things are the way that they are. The cool part about social studies is we can question a lot of things. Making historical connections, because social studies also includes the study of history, and developing an identity as an American. So part of civics is the study of being a good citizen. So we're going to work on developing your identity as an American and as a citizen of your state and town during our time together. What the heck do we study in this class? Take a look at the units of study listed here. So in our first semester, we're going to look at the Constitution, kind of setting up what exactly civics is in our We the People unit. And then we talk about the executive branch, which means the presidency. We talk about the citizen in government, so what we do and how we take part in the government. We continue onwards to talk about the legislative branch. That's Congress. If you've ever heard of the Senate or the House of Representatives, that's what we're talking about. We talk about digital citizenship this year. We talk a lot about how to be responsible online and how to avoid things like cyberbullying. Being at an online school, we really have to talk about what it means to be a citizen in our daily lives and when we log on the computer. We also talk about the judicial branch, and then we review civics and finish out with a post-test. Semester 2 takes a little bit of a different path. You're going to begin with studying banking. We're going to talk about setting financial goals. I know you might think I'm talking crazy talk a little bit right now, but it is so important to learn the importance of saving and how to manage your money at a young age so you can grow up to be an effective citizen, link to civics, as you get older. We're going to talk about you, the consumer, how ads attract us, and you even get to make your own ad in that unit. It's pretty neat. Moving onwards, we talk a little bit about economics. We look at geography. We examine Canada, the United States, and Mexico. We talk about careers at the end of the year. It's really neat because our final unit talks all about you. So you get to learn a little more about yourself and maybe some of the choices you'll make when you get older. And we end with another post-test review. So how do grades work? You may have seen this before in your other classes, but here's a handy-dandy infographic to help you out. For assessments, it's 40%. Unfortunately, those are the big kahunas. Those are tests. And then assignments are worth 30%. Quizzes are worth 20%, and participation is worth 10% of your grade. Course expectations. So this is a funny way of saying Mrs. Devlin's rules to rock social studies, okay? Rule number 1, be present. This is not a course where you can just do your work and leave every day. No, 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 no. You need to be prepared, log in daily to class. There will always be a daily lesson for you in social studies. If you don't see one, we need to be talking because that may mean a link's not working or something like that. You need to be attending your live learning classes, submitting your daily work, and contacting me if you need anything. There are so many different ways to contact your teachers here. I really want you guys to take advantage of it. Which kind of leads me into my second rule here. Be a communicator. This is my 3rd year at PA Distance, and I have found that students that aren't afraid to talk to their teachers tend to succeed. I promise that I will be there for you. That's a huge part of my job, guys. And I'm never going to yell at you for asking a question. I'm never going to get mad at you for asking for help. So please self-advocate. That means ask for help. Please never be afraid to work with me. I am here for you, okay? I promise I will do my best if you do your best, okay? Be invested. This is your class as much as it is mine. Spend time with the material. You need to be doing daily work in social studies. I mentioned that earlier. You should be spending around an hour in your class every day. If you're spending more than that, let's have a talk. I can show you some tips and tricks to make it easy. But I need to know that first, okay? Be adventurous is my last rule. I am a huge fan of history, especially the exploring and going to places people haven't been before. So I love the study of adventure. I want all of you to feel like you can succeed. We all start with a blank slate. It's the beginning of the year. Phrases like I don't know or social studies is hard are unacceptable because you haven't worked with me and you haven't been in my class before. So how can you dub something hard without trying it? What I want you to do is to put on the hat of an adventurer and an explorer and be unafraid to dive in and try new things. A little bit more, guys. My classroom philosophy. That means what I believe is important as a teacher, okay? So I believe in the creation of a positive classroom community. We are not just a teacher and her students. We are the 7th grade community where every student can thrive. I want you guys to know that we are all here for each other, and I will support each and every one of you to the best of my abilities. And you guys can support each other too. That's the cool part. We're all in this together. I believe in creating opportunities for all students to learn new things and gain a deeper understanding of social studies in my course. My goal this year is to help you see the world in a different way and to help you gain the thinking skills to look at the world in different ways. So I believe in each and every one of you. We're going to have a fantastic year together. Believe it, okay? So now that you've finished looking at my classroom syllabus, you're going to go on to the next page, which is a personal infographic about me, okay? Almost there, guys.